Listen, I just wanted to talk to you about 3 principles we can learn from Coach Prime and what has happened over the last 3 days in Colorado. The 3 principles are vision, belief, and partnership. Now, I don't know what all transpired from Coach Prime accepting the job to now having about 46 players in the transfer portal. I don't know all the details, but here's my snapshot and take on what's happened. Coach Prime showed up. The fans showed up on Saturday. The players left. So let's just break down what's going on and how you can apply what's happening in Colorado to your life so that you aren't confused about what's really going on. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is vision. If you follow Coach Prime, you know that this man has vision. He expects greatness. I have a quote in my vision book that says, well, it's Coach Prime's quote. It says, I expect to be great. I expect to do what hasn't been done. And I expect to provoke change. That's what he says. And I'm like, you know what? That's me too. All right. So Coach Prime expects greatness, nothing less. He has a vision. When he walked into that campus, he let the athletic department know, he let the staff know, and he let the players know, this is what I expect. Here's what we're going to do. This is how we're going to get it. You can't get anywhere in life if you don't have a target that you're going to aim at. So you have to have vision. What is vision? Vision is your success. Once you know what your vision is, where you want to be, what you want your life to look like, and who you want to impact, then you can start taking steps towards success. That's going to be making a plan. That's going to be putting into action the things that you need to put into action in order to see the plan through, and then you can be successful. That's what Coach Prime is doing. That's what he's about to do at Colorado. I don't know if you like the man, you don't like the man, you think he's arrogant. It doesn't matter what our opinions are of this man, but if you can take from him these principles, then your life will be better for it. You have to expect greatness of yourself because you were created by greatness. There's greatness within you. All you have to do is believe it. And in order to be successful, you have to first have a vision. The second principle I want you to take from this is belief. Last year for the spring game, they had a little over 1,900 people in attendance, and most of them were student body. In 2008, they set the record for attendance of a spring game at Colorado, where they had 17,800 people in attendance. On Saturday, there were 42,277 fans in attendance. Now, before I go any further, I just want to let you know one thing. The general admission for these tickets was $10 a ticket. With 42,000 people in the stands, that's $422,770 that the school made on a spring game. Let that sink in just for a minute. Coach Prime has a belief system that causes other people to believe in him because not only does he believe in himself, but he believes in other people. So if you're trying to advance in life, whatever area of life that is, relationships, spirituality, finances, whatever you're trying to be better at, you have to first believe that you can do it. Believe that it's possible, this goal that you've set for yourself. And then once you believe that it's possible in yourself, you're going to cause the people around you to believe that you believe it. If you believe it, then they believe it. If you don't believe it, they're not going to believe it. But on that journey, you have to believe in them too. Now, here's the third principle I want to share with you, and this is my favorite. Partnership equals promotion. Let that sink in. Just let it sit there for a minute. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Okay, so before the spring game, you got Prime coming in, sharing his vision, seeing that he believes in himself. Now, clearly at the spring game, other people believe in him because you got 42,000 people in attendance for a spring game. And they paid for it. Now that he has the belief, he has to partner with the right people. And here we are on Tuesday, when as of yesterday, 46 players from the Colorado team have entered into the transfer portal. Now, I don't know all about this stuff, but it just sounds like they're ready to get out. Now, we don't know the details. How many of those players voluntarily entered the transfer portal, and how many of those players were encouraged with enthusiasm to enter the transfer portal. But Prime has a vision. And when you have a vision, the people that you hang out with now aren't always going to be able to go with you. There's going to be some trimming that you have to do in order for you to elevate in life, because sometimes you can't bring everybody with you. Everybody's not going to see your vision. Everybody's not going to understand your goal. And some people are going to try to drag you down just for the fact of hate and spite. So you got all these players that after the biggest attendance in the school's history of a spring game, they're in the transfer portal. And people a lot of times will say, oh, it's something wrong with leadership. Because people who don't understand what visionaries do and what a leader does don't understand that in order for you to take the program further than where it currently is, you got to let go of some things and some people. There's a quote that I heard and I love it. It says, greatness can only be purchased with the currency of hard work. And as I was reading through these articles, I saw on some of the post interviews where Prime was talking about his enthusiasm during the game. I didn't watch the game, but I see that there were some times where he was very enthusiastic and animated, and he looked frustrated, even though the players may have looked good to the fans. He knew the players, and he knew who wasn't putting forth the effort. And if you don't put forth the effort in the off season, how can you expect to be great during the regular season? How can you expect to make it to the postseason? You can't be a champion if you're not putting in champions' work when no one is watching, when it quote unquote doesn't matter. Guess what? Everything matters. Some things don't matter as much as others, but everything matters. So if you want to get somewhere in life, if you have a goal that you want to accomplish, you have to understand that sometimes you're going to have to trim the fat. Sometimes you're going to have to let go of the people that you've been hanging out with this whole time because they're not doing anything to help push you further. And in fact, when you're giving them your time, energy, and attention, it's actually holding you back. And as you're on this journey to your goal and to your greatness and to what you define as success for you, you have to put in the work. You've got to partner with the right people. You have to surround yourself with the right people. You have to change your environment. That means, what are you listening to? What are you tuning into? What are you watching? What are you spending your most time doing, thinking about, and saying? Change your partnerships. Some of us have partnerships with things that don't support our purpose. We have partnerships with Netflix. We have partnership with Amazon. We have partnerships with all of these things that we're paying for, but they're not benefiting us. We have partnerships with bad relationships that are toxic, that cause us to be distracted from what it is that we're supposed to be pursuing in the first place. Who are you partnering with? Because not only do partnerships equal promotion, partnerships can also be your prison. Partnerships can keep you from that thing that you're trying to accomplish, from that person you're trying to become, because you're loyal to the wrong people and the wrong things. And too often, we use our past and what we've been through in the past and what we've dealt with in the past as an excuse for our present behavior. So I just wanted to come in and share that with you because this was sitting with me, and I was like, you know what? Somebody can learn something from what's going on here. We don't know how it's going to turn out, but I know Coach Prime has a vision. I know Coach Prime believes in himself and in others. And I know Coach Prime is setting the stage to partner with the right people and the right players to get the promotion that he wants to get for this organization. So make sure you're partnering with the right people that can get the promotion for you in your life. Now, do me a favor, comment, come through below if you're thankful that God woke you up this morning, because gratitude is the best way to start your day. And stay tuned for more videos like this. She gone.